What happens when excessive glucose piles up in the body over 10 or 20 years? Every cell in the body starts to rot, which is precisely why type 2 diabetes, unlike virtually any other disease, affects every single organ. Your eyes rot and you go blind. Your kidneys rot and you need dialysis. Your heart rots and you get heart attacks and heart failure. Your brain rots and you get Alzheimer's disease. Your liver rots and you get fatty liver disease and cirrhosis. Your legs rot and you get diabetic foot ulcers. Your nerves rot and you get diabetic neuropathy. No part of your body is spared. Standard medications do not prevent the progression of organ failure because they do not help excrete the toxic sugar load. No less than 7 multinational, multi-center, randomized placebo-controlled trials have proved that standard medications that lower blood glucose do not reduce heart disease, the major killer of diabetic patients. We have pretended that these glucose-lowering medications make people healthier, but it's been a lie. We have overlooked a singular truth. You can't use drugs to cure a dietary disease. Fact: type 2 diabetes is reversible and preventable without medications. Once we understand that type 2 diabetes is simply too much sugar in the body, the solution becomes obvious. Get rid of the sugar. Don't hide it away. Get rid of it. There are really only 2 ways to accomplish this. 1. Put less sugar in. 2. Burn off remaining sugar. That's it. That's all we need to do. The best part? It's all natural and completely free. No drugs, no surgery, no cost. Step 1. Put less sugar in. The first step is to eliminate all sugar and refined carbohydrates from your diet. Added sugars have no nutritional value, and you can safely withhold them. Complex carbohydrates, which are simply long chains of sugars, and highly refined carbohydrates, such as flour, are quickly digested into glucose. The optimum strategy is to limit or eliminate breads and pastas made from white flour, as well as white rice and potatoes. You should maintain a moderate, not high intake of protein. When it is digested, dietary protein, such as meat, breaks down into amino acids. Adequate protein is required for good health, but excess amino acids cannot be stored in the body, and so the liver converts them into glucose. Therefore, eating too much protein adds sugar to the body, so you should avoid highly processed, concentrated protein sources such as protein shakes, protein bars, and protein powders. What about dietary fat? Natural fats, such as those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil, major components of the Mediterranean diet, have a minimal effect on blood glucose or insulin, and are well known to have healthy effects on both heart disease and diabetes. Eggs and butter are also excellent sources of natural fats. Dietary cholesterol, which is often associated with these foods, has been shown to have no harmful effect on the human body. Eating dietary fat does not lead to type 2 diabetes or heart disease. In fact, it is beneficial because it helps you feel full without adding sugar to the body. To put less sugar into your body, stick to whole, natural, unprocessed foods. Eat a diet low in refined carbohydrates, moderate in protein, and high in natural fats. Step 2. Burn off remaining sugar. Exercise, both resistance and aerobic training, can have a beneficial effect on type 2 diabetes, but it is far less powerful at reversing the disease than dietary interventions, and fasting is the simplest and surest method to force your body to burn sugar. Fasting is merely the flip side of eating. If you are not eating, you are fasting. When you eat, your body stores food energy. When you fast, your body burns food energy. And glucose is the most easily accessible source of food energy. Therefore, if you lengthen your periods of fasting, you can burn off the stored sugar. While it may sound severe, fasting is literally the oldest dietary therapy known and has been practiced throughout human history without problems. If you are taking prescription medications, you should seek the advice of a physician. But the bottom line is this: if you don't eat, will your blood glucose come down? Of course. If you don't eat, will you lose weight? Of course. So, what's the problem? None that I can see. To burn off sugar, a popular strategy is to fast for 24 hours, 2 to 3 times per week. Another popular approach is to fast for 16 hours, 5 to 6 times per week. The secret to reversing type 2 diabetes now lies within our grasp. All it requires is having an open mind to accept a new paradigm and the courage to challenge conventional wisdom. You know the basics and are ready to get started. But to really understand why type 2 diabetes is an epidemic and what you can do to effectively manage your own health, read on. Good luck.